Episode 9 is set to introduce a total of 8 new characters in this story by writer and director J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really intrigued about right now has all to do with one of the 8 new characters, and that, of course, is the new villain in this story that will have a lot of scenes within the third act of the film with both Kylo Ren and Rey in Episode 9 by J.J. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the set leaks, the set designs, the concept art, and storyboard descriptions, etc. Specifically, one of which has all to do with the new villain and Kylo Ren. Specifically, a description of the new villain codenamed or named Avril in a sequence that has elements of the Beyond being explained to Kylo. It's described that both Kylo and the new villain are circling around each other in a similar way that Anakin and Obi-Wan did in Episode 3 on Mustafar. It's described that the Beyond allowed him to witness different paths and visions of the future. It's said that Kylo feels betrayed for some reason about Avril. It's implied that Avril knows the origins of the dark side and how it all started, and explains it to Kylo Ren. It's said that this is the moment in which Kylo begins to feel conflicted again. Another sequence involves the cloaked villain initiating a new type of Force lightning, where it is in the form of a ball. It's described to imitate Kylo Ren. So intimidating Kylo Ren by using this new form of Force lightning in the form of a ball. I'm not quite sure if they ever used something like that in EU and/or Legends material, so if you guys know about any of that, please do drop a comment below. So the first thing that I do want to go over, though, that really does intrigue me the most, is how Avril, this new character Avril, which is going to be the new villain in the movie, has some kind of connection to the Beyond. Now, the Beyond, like I say, I've been talking about this, I believe it is either A, the unknown regions, or B, something to do with a new realm in the actual galaxy itself. So when we look at the character of Avril, so far from what's been described, this character is going to have scenes with both Rey and Kylo Ren, and is going to be a very important tool and/or a piece into the character development of the character of Kylo at the very end of the movie. So we do know that this new villain created by J.J. Abrams, originally J.J. wanted to do something around those lines in Episode 7, The Force Awakens, by having a new foe or a new, I guess you could say, threat in Episode 7. Now he's doing that in Episode 9, and a lot of people are really kind of undecided on whether or not this is a good choice in order to have a new villain in Episode 9. I myself, I have to say, I am all for it. You know, I buy this. I think it's amazing. I think it's a great way in order to really kind of make things a little bit different in comparison to both The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens, and really give those prequel trilogy vibes, where you do have multiple villains in one Star Wars film. So, with that being said, the thing that I do want to go over, though, is how this character actually has seen visions of the future within the Beyond and knows the origins of the dark side of the Force and is explaining it to Kylo Ren. Now, what's really intriguing to me is why would Kylo Ren feel betrayed by this character codenamed and/or named Avril? Now, that leads me to believe that maybe this new villain is indeed, or once was, one of the Knights of Ren that we saw in The Force Awakens. You know, what's really interesting, and it's a very interesting conversation for sure, that a lot of people have been talking about, is, well, how many Knights of Ren really are there? Did Kylo Ren just, you know, pretty much pick a couple of Knights of Ren and take them with him in the events of Episode 7, or are there more than 6 knights? That's a huge question open on the table. Now, what really does intrigue me is how we do know that in Episode 9, at certain points in the movie, the Knights of Ren actually do travel to the Beyond in this story, and they come back to Kylo Ren explaining about what they witnessed and about this new threat coming. So, with that being said, could it very well be that one of the Knights of Ren are lost and becomes the new villain in Episode 9? That's a big possibility for sure. So the next thing that I do want to go over, like I say, is of course this new form of Force lightning that is used in order to intimidate Kylo Ren. It's basically a new form of Force lightning in the form of a sphere. So I'm not quite sure if they ever used that in Legends material and/or the EU. If you guys, like I said before, if you guys know about that, do drop a comment below. Be the light or be the dark. So with that being said, you can really see what JJ's trying to do. He's really trying to create these dark elements in this movie. And we do know that JJ wants to make this film darker than that of both The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens combined. And that to me, it sounds like that this is going to be yet another Revenge of the Sith. Now, the thing here is this a big mistake? Because if you look at Revenge of the Sith, the reason as to why it's so dark is because, well, it's a prequel movie and ties into exactly how Darth Vader became Vader and continues in the original trilogy. So now that the sequel trilogy and the Skywalker saga is ending, is it a smart move that this movie is going to be darker than that of The Last Jedi? Is that a smart choice by Disney and Lucasfilm? Let me know what you guys have to say about that. Anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.